Hi, it's Liz Snedden. Let's have a look at making dot plots and box plots in nzgrapher. So here I'm going to the nzgrapher website and I'm going to select my rugby data. So under graph type here, I'm going to go down and the very next, well, Pairs is the top one, but the next one is the dot plot. So I'm going to click on the dot plot. Now to start with, I'm just going to do a single dot plot. I'm not going to do a comparison. I'm just going to look, it needs to be a numerical variable, I'm going to look at the players' weights. So that gives me the graph. Now let me add a title to this. So rugby player weights. And their weight, let me put the units for that, that's measured in kg. And I'm going to update that graph. Now you can see the data looks very flat, so I'm actually going to change the point size here and make it a bit bigger so that I can see there we go, I can see the shape much more clearly now. In fact, that's even better. Don't worry about the fact that it's kind of staggered, the dots kind of go staggered. That's just due to the data being so much bigger. There's a bit of variation, but it's absolutely fine. I'm also going to add on my summary statistics, so that gives me my minimum, lower quartile, my median, MED stands for median, my mean, my upper quartile, my maximum, standard deviation, don't worry about what that is, and num stands for the number of data values that I have. So in this case I've got 135 data values. So that's my dot plot. If I want, I can also add on a box plot. Now let me just bring that size down. You can see the standard box plot just puts it over the top to try and connect them and show you that it's summarizing the same data set. I'm actually going to change that to a high box plot. I prefer to see it above the data. So then I can go back and change my point size to be a little bit bigger. There we go. So now I've got a graph that I want. So I'm going to right click over this, copy the image, and paste that into my document, and there's my graph. Now the other thing is, if I hold my cursor over any particular point, so I'm wondering this one here, what is that? So you can see point ID 64, and you can see how it loaded up on the side here. It loaded up and showed point number 64 and the information for that. So that is a forward who weighs 137 kilos, who plays for New Zealand and is 1.81 metres tall. So that point will give me information if I want to know more about it. So this is just a standard summary box plot and dots plot. If however I want to do a comparison, so maybe I want to compare the difference between the weights and their position. So I've selected the position there, the forwards and the backs, and I wonder, do the backs weigh less than the forwards? So I'm going to pull my point size down a little. There we go. And now I've got the backs, their weights there, and the box plot of them, and the forwards and their box plot there. So this also makes these comparison box plots if that's what I want. So I again copy that image, and I can go to my document and I can paste that image in there. Thanks very much for watching.